Yo. What's going on, everybody? Happy hump day. Philly, what's going on, brother?
My dude, pull that down just a little bit. The whole thing. The shaft. There you go. Pull it towards you.
Oh, the shaft.
There you
he
go.
said that he likes that.
I know. You're
What the fuck?
pull the shaft down.
Pull the shaft down. How you
What's
doing,
up,
Phil?
man? It's Wednesday, my favorite Wednesday ever to do these shows, man.
That's right. Say it again.
My favorite Wednesday to do these shows, man.
The fuck I'm talking about.
That's
damn it.
right. What's up, everybody? Hey, if you are just now tuning in, make sure you hit the button to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I think we're on Facebook too, so say hi if you're on Facebook. Yeah, I put it on the group.
What up, Facebook?
Yeah.
Hello.
Chris, what's going on?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm going.
How you doing?
It's hump day, so
Yeah. I want to have a really interactive show today. So,
Okay.
Mally,
The phone line's gonna be open.
can we put the number on the screen for people if you have anything to talk about today? I think today is the day.
yeah, just kind of get us going.
Yeah, we've had some changes here.
Get us
Right?
Mood the shaft. Oof.
Oh, righty. So before
No
we,
Diddy. That's the.
Yeah, no Diddy for educational purposes.
Yeah.
So before we even start the show and everything, real quick, we got trolls. We got a lot of trolls, and I got DM'd, yesterday. I made a video. I was very pissed about it because you could talk shit about me all you want, and I don't care. I'm still gonna be me, do me, whatever. But then when you come at my craft and then you come at my team, then me as the leader gotta, stick up for my team, stick up for my brand, stick up for my company. Mm-hmm. So any negativity that whoever this person is not bothering me whatsoever. Is not bothering us whatsoever. You're just a miserable ass person, and we're gonna continue doing what we do best. The show always goes on. As for Chris, we gonna knock this out the fucking ballpark right now because everyone thinks that shit is going on. Chris, not even fucking put the camera on Chris.
Everyone thinks what?
So, Chris,
What's up?
is there anything going on between us?
Hell no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mel.
No, keep it. Yeah, that's what. That's
Yeah.
definitely.
Is that what everyone thinks? Is that what everyone thinks?
There's people out there,
Whoa.
Really?
jealous people and shit. And
I mean, I'd be jealous of me too. I ain't gonna lie.
that's what the fuck I'm talking about. We gonna stand on business.
Wait, so there's nothing going on between y'all two? I thought y'all were.
Fucking no,
I thought
like,
y'all were
what?
hunching.
Oh
I thought y'all were hunching all week. What?
No.
What's going on here?
Like,
Oh,
what
I
the-
know. It's
no.
such a surprise.
Why do you
isn't
seem
it?
so
For
disgusted?
real.
Because he's a man.
True.
I mean, I thought I made that
but
pretty
people
obvious.
They don't
Facts, right?
believe it.
But
Oh,
they
no,
don't.
I know. Because
Why does that happen a lot?
all
They
the
just like,
time.
no,
Are
you
you
can't
kidding
be.
me?
You can't be.
You
gay.
can't be gay just
Of
because you got
course,
kids. You
that
can't be
happens
gay.
all the time. No, it's like a femme thing. Like if you look a little too girly, you might. It goes over people's head. It's like.
Is it because you're like attractive? Is that why they're like, nah, she
Oh my
can't.
God! You know how many attractive lesbians there are?
No, but
I mean, as
but
a femme,
you know what I
yes.
mean.
Like,
I'm sure
I
they
don't
get the same
present
thing.
as
Yeah.
like very masculine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so, for someone to be like, typically femmes get like kind of just looked over, like, oh, you might not be.
Do a lot of guys be like, all she needs is some dick?
Hell yeah. Okay, so as some of you guys know, I bartend here and there. And yeah, there's a lot of times where like a guy will come up and they're like, you just haven't had the right dick. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, and you know what? I like the way that I kind of switched that up. I was like, oh, I guess neither have you because you're not gay, right? Because like it
That's a
goes
great
both
comeback.
ways, bitch.
That's
Like
great.
what you trying to fucking
Chris?
say? Like you trying to say I'm not straight because, or I don't like dick because I haven't had the right one. I guess you don't like dick because you ain't had the right one. Like the fuck?
Exactly. exactly like that.
So,
That's
yeah.
it's it's just
Chantel,
it's just
is she
Chantel.
single? I am single.
So
I'm
I'm a stand.
It's complicated. Can I say that? It's like more complicated.
I'm gonna stand on that. I'm about what the fuck what I said yesterday. I don't give a fuck about anything. But when you could talk about me all you want, but when you come at my team,
Yeah,
and you come at my craft, and you come at my business, then that's when all hell is gonna break loose, and I'm gonna speak my mind on what it is.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna keep giving whoever attention because. They need attention. They're attention seekers, and
but I mean that comes with
it is what it is.
Anytime that you
and on that note, I'm gonna take my beautiful ass Tito shots.
you take that shot, but I think it's important to remember that the further you get in this industry, the more trolls you're gonna get. Like, there's no way of getting around that.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's an achievement.
It is
correct. That's what I'm saying. If you're expecting to be in this industry, you're gonna have to just know people are gonna talk shit. People are gonna.
Exactly.
I think it's part of the.
Does it get to you? Does it the fact that anonymous trolls, but when it's probably somebody does it affect you differently, or are you just chill throughout?
No, it's just
that's a good question.
It's just chill throughout, but then it's just it's just shocking.
Because I'm an emotional person. I'll be hurt if it's
really? If it's a troll, the only thing that would bother me, if I don't care if you talk shit about me, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna do me. But when you come at my team, and they have then that's a problem to me because as a leader, you expect me to stick up for you. You expect me to stick up for the brand, for the business of what I'm doing, and what my passion is about. So I'm gonna stick up for you guys. Anybody could talk. I don't give a fuck if anybody talks shit about me.
I would be hurt if you were talking shit about me.
If somebody that I know, then that definitely would hurt.
Really?
If it's somebody that I know, it would hurt to an extent. But then it's oh, okay, so you're just mad because you're doing something that I'm doing that you don't know how to do.
Jealousy.
I think,
and it's that jealousy.
Yeah, I think that it would depend for me. It would. I think it hurts. Not hurts me. I think it bothers me more. People who I don't know talking shit than people I do know. And the only reason that I think that, I would think if I knew the person, I would automatically already be I know their life. So I'd be kind of just not even caring because I know where you're coming from. And I don't shade anybody from coming. I've come from, you know what I mean? I've had nothing before.
Yeah.
I don't shade nobody. But if you coming at me and I'm doing things that I really like to do, I'm going after my dreams or whatever, and you got the nerve to talk about me and you ain't doing shit, you in the trenches, you know what I mean? Who are you?
Yes, definitely.
I think it would depend for me.
It
definitely, I think the only people that it really would bother me is really close people who they really were, maybe really were supportive, and then all of a sudden I find out something, and that shit would hurt me. I think that shit would hurt. Yeah.
So and there was also saying yeah, your podcast is boring. I could do something better. Then why don't you go ahead and do it? You probably don't got three things that you probably don't got that you can't do it with. You don't got the best producer like I do. You don't got the best co-host like I do. And you probably don't even got the funds to fucking do it. So you're just talking from the outside,
right?
And you're still gonna be watching. And while you're watching, I'm smiling at you deuces.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, if that's something they want to do, then you know what I mean, do it. I don't, again, I don't shade people. If it's something jealousy comes from somewhere, right? So if that's something you want to do, baby, go and do it. Don't hate on me because I'm doing it. Don't hate on me on how I'm doing it, because go ahead. We all have something to offer. If you have something to offer that I don't, then baby, do that. That ain't gonna bug me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So
because what I have to offer is unique to me.
Facts.
Always.
Facts among them.
I had people trolling me about
and stand 10 toes on that shit
about my business, because when I how people told me that because I had my dream job. I was I already had it. I was at ESPN.
He was working at ESPN.
What?
Yeah. When I first met him, I was like, "Yo, why would you leave that? That's a dream job for me."
You know how many people told me? Yeah, and I was on the air because I knew where podcasts were. Yeah, I was on the air. I was on a nationally broadcast show.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and so I knew where podcasts were headed, and I knew that radio at the time was getting antiquated. So I was like, we need to adapt and pivot. They didn't want to pivot. They wanted to stick what they wanted to do, but I knew where podcasts were going. And I was like, this is the new wave.
This is the new wave.
And so I didn't renew my contract, and I started Podcast Doctor. And my original clients were small businesses because I knew how much radio advertising costs, and it's outrageous.
And also, small businesses is hard. It's
hard for them to grow.
It's hard for them to grow.
Yeah.
So podcast is like the perfect.
It's the perfect medium for them.
It's the perfect medium for them to be on a podcast to talk about their
business,
their business,
or do a podcast about their business. And so that's that's why I left, because like this is where the money is, and it was great until COVID happened. You know, because then they couldn't do what they wanted to do.
They couldn't do what they wanted to do.
And you know what? I think everybody at some point has expressed that they, podcast is just something that they want to be heard. People want to be heard, right?
Exactly.
And so I think
and that's the shit that a lot of people. The thing is with podcasts, right? Everybody knows I fucking talk the most fucking shit. I talk the most fucking shit when it comes to sports or anything. I talk the most fucking shit, and I'm gonna stand on what I say. But if I acknowledge when somebody is speaking something better than me and has better facts than me, I'm gonna acknowledge you. I'm not gonna just you fucking wrong. No.
Bro, some people are not like that.
No, especially in podcast world. Are you kidding me? Everybody's like, I'm the truth. I'm everything. Like, no, I hate those.
But at the same time, a lot of people they talk in the streets, but also they're scared to talk how we doing right now. So it's like where their voice of what they're speaking about on the streets, because they don't know how to start a podcast.
I don't think
they don't know the research of podcasts, because people think this is easy. Podcast is not easy at all.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Hold on. Sorry, it's easy when you work with me.
Fact. When you work with the best in the biz, when you work with the best in the biz, it's easy. But when you don't have somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing.
And I'm going to tell you that I completely agree with you, because I wanted a podcast before you ever approached me. Like, it's been 2 years that I've, used to think about, because you see me, I'm a talker. Like, I'll talk about. And my thing is like women issues, things like that. That's
women
something
empowerment and shit.
Women empowerment, that's something that I truly like, I believe is like my path, right? And so something that goes along that would be a podcast, right? Just naturally.
Exactly.
But I can tell you what stopped me for the most part was I don't have any knowledge, and I'm not good with technology. I'm like, you know what? That stopped me for 2 whole years. So I was like, well,
we definitely gonna say technology is not her thing, because whoo baby.
No, I know he hates that I don't get on TikTok.
I don't get on TikTok either. I joined
not
the
even
live.
That. It's not even the TikTok. Do you know how long it takes for this woman to respond?
Bro, she busy. She got like 3 kids.
Bro,
Listen,
you know how long it takes for her to respond? I'd be like, yo.
It's true. It's true. You know what you can have, and I tell people this all the time and they don't believe me. If you want a response quicker, write me on Instagram.
No, and
I don't know why. I just
definitely don't know why at all. But definitely
amazing team.
It's amazing team, and since I met Chris, it has just been fucking great fucking vibes. And Chris said the last 3 episodes, even with the first time when people don't fucking pay attention, she's fully lesbian. She don't
Bro, all she needed is some dick.
I've got a few. I've got a few.
She probably got it. She already got a whole probably fucking 3-page.
All she needs she need the right dick.
She need the right dick. You know what I mean?
It's mine. I need to give her the 3-minute business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
3 minutes. Gosh, how could I ever last?
So it's like, that's it. You've converted me back.
Yep. 3 minutes.
So he got the Jesus dick.
All I needed to be happy for the rest of my life.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Holy mother Jesus. And it's been great fucking vibes with her, and for her, like she always stated at every fucking episode, 2024 is yes for her.
Yes year, yeah.
That's awesome though.
Her fucking yes.
We're
year.
almost halfway.
Yeah,
and we're almost halfway.
So how was your yes year been
so far?
2024 has been interesting, but I will say that I have had the most unique opportunities this year.
Uh-huh.
I have met a lot of people. I'm excited for the last 6 months because I have
Me
a
too.
lot of good
Me too.
news.
Well, I got more good news too. I got good
Mm-hmm.
news. But, well, you do tell. What's your good news? Let's
It's
go.
just like, honestly, if I were to like give a metaphor, you know how like people are like, oh, it's been a rough last whatever, but my last 3 years have been a mess, like a hot mess for real, for real. Like I want to say that last year was the first year that I truly lived, and people don't like really understand that, but for me it was like really like it was the first time in my adult life where I got to enjoy myself as a person. And so that was huge for me. So coming into this year, I had to let go of a lot of things. You know, I sold my house. It's something like, it was just like a grieving process for me. Like I feel like I was starting all over.
Yeah,
and
because
that's
you told me about
yeah,
that.
that's
That
part
was
of
very
just
hard.
like
Hard for
super
you.
hard. I make a lot
Very.
of my stuff public. Like I don't care. Like people see me cry on Instagram. People are like, that's not real. Like people who cry on Instagram, that's so cringe. Bitch, I'm cringe. Okay, like, but that's my life, and I have no problem like being really real. I feel like that has brought me the best people in my life is me being authentic. You know,
Being
like
real.
even to the point where I kid you not, like I've had people from other countries call me on Instagram because they're like, I didn't know who else to go to. Like, I'm going through this. I just need an ear. And I'm like, I'm here. Like, I'm listening. If my authentic self somehow could make it to, oh, it's okay. If my authentic self somehow you're struggling and the first person you thought about was me who wasn't going to judge you, that you like, then so be it. You know what I mean? So my cringe moment was worth it, right? I don't care. So yeah, no, these last 3 years have been a hot mess. I do feel like I had been starting all over, and that kind of like stunk for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just not where I thought I wanted to be in this point in my life, especially with my birthday coming up
When's your birthday?
in June.
June what? What we doing? What the hell?
Yeah, my birthday's right around the corner.
What we doing?
I don't know yet. Actually.
What do you mean you don't know? How you not know?
I know it's the first time I haven't really like planned anything, but I do. I need to plan something. I know. But just to say that.
So what we going out Thursday,
Right
Friday,
before
Saturday, Sunday? And we going out the whole 4-day weekend?
Maybe we'll see. Yeah, I do. I have to plan something, but. Just to say that it really feels like I'm like seeing the light. Like I'm finally like after these last 3 years, I'm really seeing the light of like things picking up and opportunities and just I'm grateful. I've always been grateful. Don't get me wrong. Like I feel like gratitude is just one of those things for me.
Yeah.
But I'm like super. Things are turning around. Like I'm starting to build again. It feels good.
Are you nervous about doing your first film?
I am.
You are?
I am a little nervous.
You are?
Yeah, I think you know what? Maybe nervous isn't the right word because I'm not typically a nervous person.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think it's the same energy, to be honest. Nervous and excitement. It's just I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm excited. I just don't know what to expect.
You don't know what to expect?
Like
What
I don't know.
What so you don't know what do you have something, do you have that little small talk in your brain where this is what to expect, or like what do you expect and what do you do not expect?
I don't know what to expect at all is what I'm saying. Like I don't even know what to expect. Like how am I gonna, you know what I mean? Like okay, moment of honesty.
Moment of honesty.
I have no problem standing in front of a mirror and acting a straight fool. I have no problem acting a fool in front of people. Clearly, like, you know, like I don't hide parts of myself, honestly. However, I don't know how comfortable I'm gonna be doing
with everybody
certain things
around
in front, like people watching me, like and me seeing them. You know, I just don't know how it's gonna be. And I mean, I'm open to it, obviously.
I think I
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. And
you're definitely gonna do great. You're definitely gonna do great.
Thank
Especially,
you. Yeah, we'll see.
You know, I ain't. We don't put out caca. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We don't do. So
Be patient with me.
Of course. You know, I'm gonna be patient with you, but you'll probably hear me like, you know, because when it comes to filming,
Yeah.
like it's your baby and you want to.
No, that's your work.
Exactly.
And I don't like any artist. Let me tell you. And I think that was one of our first conversations.
Yes.
Artist to artist. I'm
Yes.
gonna respect your craft. That's your craft. I'm not gonna be mad at you because you want it to look a certain way. Of course you do. That's your work. That's your, you know what I mean? That's your art.
Yep.
And so I don't, yeah.
And that's
for
how
sure.
that's how we gelled and started.
Right.
And started
that was
talking.
our first conversation. Was all about artistry. Like, what do you do? What do you like? Wow, that's amazing.
And when I said
like,
poetry, I said poetry, you was like, what? Poetry?
Yeah.
I love poetry. You do poetry? I was like, yeah. You do poetry? Yes. I said, let me hear some. No, I can't. I haven't done anything.
I know. Well, okay. So I had just started writing. Okay. So
Again?
I didn't write for, no. I'm just like, that was when I had spoken to you, right? I hadn't written for years. I had just really started writing last year. I'm telling you, last year was a huge year for me. Although it was kind of, it was all over the place. Relationally, it was a great year for me. It was one of my favorite years thus far. Not saying it was a happy year all the way around. It was actually, I actually had my last fall was probably one of the hardest falls to get through. And somehow still the year was the best year because I just felt like I came alive last year.
Okay.
And so that's really interesting when you've gone through so much, when you like really feel like you've come alive. That was really special for me. I don't think I'll ever forget last.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So sorry, guys. Podcast Doctor is trying to. It looks like author is trying to sabotage what's going on in the studio here.
Arthur better not sabotage what's going
Ooh,
on.
what the hell?
You see?
Arthur.
Yes, Arthur.
What is that?
What's
Yeah.
Arthur? Stay the fuck away from me, okay? I don't play that.
So,
on
oh, it's glitching real bad. Hang on.
Is that what it looks like though online too?
Yeah. All right, what's going on here?
stand by, everybody. Stand by. If you see us freezing or anything like that, Mel, I'm so proud of you.
You
Thank
see,
you,
and you just gotta stay with your supporters. Don't worry about what other people say.
I got a strong supporters.
That's great.
A long, strong supporters, especially the one that just commented right now, Green Eyes. We've been best friends for over 20 years.
Is that who I saw?
No, that was Chantel.
Oh, that's right.
That was Chantel. I call, that's sis, but she's also the CEO of the company. So, when people, especially females, because they know I don't like to argue with females or go back and forth with any female.
Yeah.
But that's when they like to step in. You know, they
people.
they're on ready on go. they're any 20 years. Anybody, any female that fucks with me.
She got your back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, fuck yeah. I just got to call her up. Hey, this is what's going on. Baby, I'm pulling up. and she'll pull up real quick. So
It's good to have people like that, though.
yeah, and then Chantel the same way. She ready to fly out if anything need to be popped off or anything like that, You know, there's other people as well. I'm not not doing that cuz I already know how it's going to look and how it's going to
You ain't about to be no Chris Brown. Come on now.
That's definitely not happening over here. Promise you that. I promise you that. But they ready to put hands on any female for me. So that's
sweet. You
that's
got
that.
people like you got that got your back.
Definitely got people that got my back, and I appreciate that, and all the support.
Those are the people that you know.
Yes, Lou. Yes.
Hello, my sister. I'm here. I show them love. You know me. Positive vibes. That's great. I love positive people. I really do.
And then on the
feel
top
that
of
shit. Hello, hi Ortiz.
Ortiz, what's up? What's up? Everybody just chiming in. What's going on? What's going on? You do amazing, Chris. That's right. She does amazing. Blaze, salute. What up, brother? What's going on? That's the producer right there.
Oh, we're getting all the comments.
We're getting all the
now.
comments
Sorry,
now.
Yeah.
Marceli, hello. ¿Cómo está? I hope you're feeling better. That's the SFX makeup artist. Wait until you see.
Oh, fun. Oh no. I followed you on Facebook because I saw. Yeah.
Did you see how?
Yeah, no, that was mad cool. That's why I followed her.
All right,
I'm
let me
never
give you guys
on
an
Facebook
update real
though,
quick.
so I'm sorry.
What?
So we're gonna stick on this camera for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and we're still gonna be live.
Yeah, no.
But
cool.
guys, you're watching. I'm gonna disconnect all the cameras here, see if I can reset everything.
Yeah. Good thing I was looking okay in the
stop
bottom
it
half,
from
right?
glitching here.
Stop
so
it from glitching.
I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna disconnect all the cameras except that one.
This is what happens on
we'll see.
This is when you don't because
This is live TV, baby.
This is live TV because I hate fucking pre-recording. I
happens.
don't like pre-recording. I like going live and talk the real shit live. But on that note, Maui, you got that ready or no?
He has it ready.
He has it ready. All right. So the next thing that we about to do right now is, I'm very proud and humble for Benny Buttons for his first single. To be drops this Saturday. That's what we do. That's what we doing. He's putting I'll be bugging his fucking ass, but I need you got to.
Listen, you know what? As an artist, sometimes you just get in those moods where you're like, ugh. Like existential dread or something.
Yeah, but
I don't know. It's hard. Sometimes you need people to push you, especially as an artist.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And I can't wait till everybody hears his music because it's
excited.
It's a long time. It's a long time coming for him.
Yeah, good.
Long time coming for him, man. And we're gonna, a sneak peek of Goliath coming out this Saturday. This will be the first single. Okay. You're gonna get a little 30-second snip of Goliath from the album.
This is gonna be my first time hearing it too. Yes, just so everyone knows.
For real. From his album called No Pages Left, because he's just leaving everything on the table.
Ooh, I like that. Love the wordplay. I'm such a words person.
Yes. So Maui, drop that, please. Let's go, everybody. Here it is, Goliath by Benny Buttons.
Coma. Blades, I see you. Yo. Unscrewed from the dome, a tad bit 730. You heard me, Brody, I light them early, I can never serve me. Too distinguished, but nigga get demonish on some evil shit. My cerebral on some genius serial lyricist. I'm the catalyst and adamant like Catholics in the Vatican. I take this shit seriously, you are also ran. Big, keep it spick and span. Got you on the ropes around the globe in my frying pan. Out of Bronx, Lebanon, born a chosen one. X is always up, Goliath stomp when I'm reppin', son. New York niggas keep it gully when it come to money, but y'all niggas be tricking like y'all a trick cereal bunny. Talk to me nice before I treat you like a man in my.
Woo! Stop it right there, boy, because woo! You can't hear the rest. You want
what? I wanted to hear the rest.
No, you can't hear the rest.
I love wordplay.
And you got Blaze. Blaze is the producer of Benny Buttons album. Mm-hmm. Does fabulous fucking beats. Beats is fucking fire.
No, it was cool.
Beats is fucking fire. Mm-hmm. And he's on that track Goliath with Benny Buttons, and he's also from New York as well.
Okay.
So he's tuning in right now, watching. And if you guys want to hear that, stay tuned. Saturday night, the first single drops, Goliath, off of Benny Buttons' albums. Great. No Pages Left. You already know what it is. This is what we do at Delgado Heart Studios, LLC. We give everybody opportunities.
Any specific platforms that they should be looking out for?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want your perspective.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
Damn it, man. Let me see. It's yeah, they're texting me right now that it's frozen.
Can they hear you?
Can you guys hear me?
No. We're back.
Huh?
We're back.
What do you mean we're back?
We're back.
You sure? You positive? See, we give everybody opportunities.
Any specific platforms that they should be looking at?
Oh, this is repeat.
Oh, this is a repeat from a long time ago.
Yeah. I can see you guys on the camera. Whoa, did it froze the whole entire time?
No, I can see you guys on the camera.
It's Yeah, they're texting me right now that it's frozen.
Can they hear you?
Can you guys hear me? You can hear me?
I can talk, but this is from before.
Huh? What do you mean we're back?
We're back. Look, they can hear us now.
Sure, you can hear. You guys can hear us. Opportunity.
Yeah, because I had it playing through the.
All right, Luis Santiago said he can hear. He can hear us.
You can hear us now.
All right, somebody said something.
Dominic said YouTube is acting up.
Okay, so a little lesson learned here.
Facts. Rated
We
E.
should be back. Yeah, we
We should be
back.
good.
All right. So
Yeah, he just texted me right now that he can hear.
all right, let's go through the three shot, and I'll give everybody a quick recap and what's going on here.
Yes.
All right, you don't mind putting the camera back on me?
Let's
and
go.
Maui.
Sorry, guys. You
All
know
right.
this is what happens when we do live, man.
So in the world of live TV, live broadcasting, you have some certain technical difficulties. I mean, we have the state-of-the-art equipment here. We have fiber internet. We have the top Wi-Fi. Sometimes shit just happens.
Yes.
So apparently what happened was my router had to be reset, because if you guys were watching earlier, you saw the cameras were kind of glitching, because everything we do run here is run wirelessly.
Yeah.
It's just better that way.
Yep.
Less cables, less setup time. But then again, that comes into play.
Yes,
You know,
it does.
It's all depending on the internet connection and the wireless connection. So we had a little bit of a glitch. We never actually, I think we may have lost maybe 20 minutes.
It's a big 20 minutes.
I think we maybe lost 20 minutes. But I did have to reset the router. And it looks like we are back. So guys, if you are watching, please make sure that you comment that you are back. So go ahead and hit your people up on the phone, because they may have dipped if we were gone. So we are back live on YouTube. Facebook it died, so don't worry about Facebook. It's gone on Facebook. So Lewis, please do us a favor, share it with everybody. So we need to get everybody back. So we are actually going to start this whole conversation back over. We didn't get too deep.
No.
We didn't get too deep, but we're going to run it back. So we do appreciate it. So if you guys want to hit everybody up in your group chats, say, hey, we are back on. We we definitely need the people to return. So Mal, I do apologize. Apologize to you guys watching. But we are back. Hopefully everything is good, not shut down. And so a lesson for Maui. Maui's back there running the boards and everything. So if a situation it happens like that where we're buffering really, really bad and we lose the connection, if you hit stop and then start right away, sometimes it grabs it back. Okay. All right. So yeah.
Okay. So
everybody's texting their people. It's just hey, you guys are in the chat. Just I know Lewis already said there, so he's good. Sending the back signal. So we're gonna run it back, but this is live. This is live, man. This is what happens. So
it happens.
I appreciate everybody. It's working nice and clear. All right. So the whole topic, we did get into a little bit, but we'll run it back.
Yeah.
Is expectations versus unrealistic expectations. Correct. So I'm going to ask the two of you guys again. First of all, what's the difference? Second of all, does it vary between certain relationships, whether it's a working relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, friendships, parents, so does it differ? Does it differ, or is it all uniform? So I'll start with you, Chris.
I think for me, and what I had mentioned before, is that expectations is a weird thing for me. I think I prefer there's one expectation that I have regardless, like it's just an umbrella expectation through every single relationship that I foster, right? Whether it's temporary or not, is respect, right? And so if you can respect me, whether you're like the cashier, whether you're, you know what I mean? Like Phil, or somebody that I only am going to talk to for a week, I don't know, like at a job, or something, just respect. I think if you could respect me, that's my top expectation. Now,
I think that right there,
other than
number
that,
one for everybody is the respect.
Yeah, but people like, I don't need you to agree with me. I don't think that's respect. And I think that's another thing, like, and that could be a whole nother topic, right? Like what we consider respect, right?
Yep.
So do you know what I heard the definition of respect was? It's not accurate, but this is what somebody told me.
What is it?
What?
So respect is a combination of fear and admiration.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about that?
I don't
Fear
think that
of
it
what?
takes fear, because I am capable of respecting people that I could give a shit about.
Ooh.
Okay.
And that's real. Like I'm a respect you as a human being, okay? Because of who I am as a person, not because of who you are. Because you could be a shitty ass person, and
There's a lot of people like that.
correct, and I still have the capability of treating you with respect as a human.
Yeah.
Now there's some certain people where I'm not gonna respect you regardless. But you got to be real nasty. Like you got to be a real nasty ass person for me to be like, you know what? Fuck you and your mama. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and,
Definitely.
some people can get you there, right?
Yep.
But no, for the most part, I like people showing me who they are. Like it lets me know how I'm gonna move in that relationship,
Okay.
whether it's work, dating, anything.
Okay, so then Now people are showing you something different in the beginning, right?
Which they always do. Always. I think
and then,
everyone always puts
and then their
mask at
true
first.
colors eventually end up coming out.
Correct.
So now, do you? This is just a general answer.
Yeah.
So do you go with? I hope that person, the expectation of that person respects me, right? Mm-hmm. And then down the line, like, shit, you never fucking respected me in the beginning, and your true colors is starting to come out. So how do you take that?
Because so when we first started this conversation, I said I prefer to enter, especially in the dating world, with no expectations.
Okay.
Because it keeps me from being disappointed. So let's say I invest 2-3 months into this person, right? I'm still in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you can change at any point in time. I'm already telling myself that. So maybe I'm setting myself up for failure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Because sometimes it does feel like, damn, like I can't get fully excited because I'm like waiting for the other shoe to drop.
That's why I said when you said
expect people to change at some point.
You said in the beginning that you go in with no expectations because for you is you don't want to be let down.
Correct. I don't want to be disappointed.
And for me I said I want, I have a little bit of expectation on
because it brings
what
hope,
it's gonna be,
and I think you should have hope.
You should have hope. So before anything got messed up, I asked you, woman's perspective.
Correct.
So I'm the man. You got three. You have 3 kids.
I do. Yeah.
And what is the expectation?
And
what is your logic? Like, what do you want what do you want from me when? And I know you're coming with a pack. You come with a package.
Yeah, I do.
Now you're gonna ask me that. I come with
how I look at dating, being a single mom. Okay, and first I was so set at how hard it was gonna be. Like I already know, like 100%. Oh, sorry, I thought I needed to put it closer. 100. Just kidding.
I just whipped her.
Damn. 100%. I already know that
it's gonna be hard.
That it's gonna be harder for me because what I'm looking for, if I'm being honest with you, what I'm looking for is someone who loves me as a person, but can also love my kids.
Exactly.
And I'm not dumb. I know that's not gonna be the case most of the time.
That's not gonna be the case.
So
but I think you're better off though with women though, since you like women.
Yeah, you know what? Yes and no. Yes. And no, I have actually met a lot of men who are willing to step up, like have literally.
But okay, so you're saying you have a lot. You have met a lot of men that are willing to.
They pitch that shit to me all the time. That's like.
It's a front though.
I really don't think so. Honestly, I think that there's something instinctual to people in general, right? Like.
Nah, I think it's you. No. No, I think you attract that vibe of person.
Yes, because the way you are.
Yeah.
The way as you are as
a good thing.
As a person, the way you are as a person. Like when we first met, I gravitated to you because the way you was as a person, and the way you talked, the way you carry yourself. So you want to be around. You want to be around that. You want to be around good people like that. So.
Yeah,
going back to the question.
So your question was, am I worried about what you're bringing to the table? So I may be
not worried, but you're looking at me like, what can you bring to the table, knowing I have 3 kids?
Right. So I may be unique in this. Let me be very clear that I'm sure there's some other single moms that do want people to bring things to the table.
Yeah.
One thing that I have said is I'm looking for a partner. I'm not looking for a stepdaddy.
Okay.
I say statty because, but it's just easier. I'm not looking for
I can't.
I'm not looking for that, right? I'm not looking for, like they have, I'm not going there, but they have another person.
They have another
person supposed to play that part, right?
Play that part, yep.
Now, I'm not saying that if you become my partner, you can be detached. It's not possible for you to be detached. But I'm not looking for... Now, if they absolutely love my kids and they really take on that role, of course it's going to make me fall more in love with them, right? However, I don't go into dating as a single mother thinking I am looking for another person to take the complete rearing of my children.
Yes.
Do I want you to partner with me in it? Absolutely. But do I need you to play that role all yourself?
Exactly. You don't.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't think
because of what you've been through. So you're looking at me like, okay, you know what I've been through. We spoke. You know what I've been through. So as for me coming to you, I'm not, like you said, I'm not looking for you to be a stepdaddy to my kids, right? Because they have that figure.
Correct. They should, right?
They should have that figure. I want you to come to my table. What you bring to my table is how can you respect me
in front of my children,
in front of your kids, how you talk to me in front of anybody.
Correct. That should
in front of anybody. That should be
if you can't talk to me good in front of my children, you out the picture regardless. And I don't even talk.
Regardless,
if you can't treat. Let me just even rewind. It don't even got to be in front of my children. If you're the type of person who's going to bring me down to the fact that if I'm crying in private, if my energy is off around my children, you gotta go. Like, I don't got time for people who are gonna be breaking my heart in private, and then I can't give my best to my children.
Yes.
Like, nah. What are we doing here?
And that's where it comes in. Like, if you're doing this to me, then what are we doing? But if you're here for me to build, be my emotional support system as well, because 3 kids is
it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of single parents. There's a lot of single women out there that when you're coming to a woman, you want to be transparent and upfront with them.
Yeah.
And you should already know what, like me, I should already know what I want and see in you. Okay.
I think what you need to be careful is, right? Like if you're going to try to date a single parent, right? Is like, don't come into the picture trying to be another child. Like, bro, we're good. Like,
exactly,
be a whole ass motherfucking adult all by yourself,
What they say.
Not all women love kids.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about myself.
No, you're right, Maricela. You have to be very careful. Like, that's why I said, it's not always the case. Even, in female relationships, right? As a lesbian, you can't guarantee that, you're going to find somebody who has that motherly instinct,
motherly instinct.
And, it's what I think I have found really works is we step up, but some women take advantage of a good man. Absolutely. And I think it's because most women think of it in the way of like, I need somebody to help me with these kids. Ooh. That's really, honestly,
and
I see it a lot.
It sucks.
And I don't.
And a lot of guys, I'm not saying I'm one of them, but the internet has brought these men out, right? A lot of guys don't prefer women with children because of that issue too. And also the fact that, they don't see any advantage for them. So, like, let's say you have a relationship with a woman with kids. You develop an emotional attachment with these children. You have no parental rights, first of all.
Of course.
You have no say in their upbringing or anything like that. Even though financially you're responsible for them too, as long and then if you break up, you can't. But really.
There are some women.
I think it's important as a man if you're going to be. Open to dating a woman with children, and not just a man, right? Any person that is open to dating a woman with children, it's up to you to also have some type of wisdom to know what kind of woman that's going to be. Because yes, there's going to be a woman who's going to push you. It should be like, oh, you don't want to be with me? You helped me raise this child for like 5 years. Nah, you can't talk to none of us. And there's
a lot of them like that. I think
every woman is like that. I have kept relationships just so that my children haven't suffered. We don't gotta talk. You ain't even gotta like me, but you don't gotta step out of my kid's life. And I'll treat you the same.
The same way.
I'll respect you. I will.
What'd she say?
There's a lot of single women that are still married. Oh, that's a huge thing. Yeah, I think sadly to say, there's a lot of women who are married and still single moms.
That's how my wife was for
That's a big.
And you've been open with that, yeah.
That's
time.
and that right there is a big thing, because if you're married and you still feel like the single parent,
Yeah.
like, how bad does that, like,
It sucks.
for
I'm gonna
you-
tell you
for
because
you,
that was me for a long
for-
time.
Yeah, for you, how you know, like, damn, I'm still fucking doing this by myself.
I'm gonna tell you, it's been so much easier just doing it by myself.
And the expectation
The
in the marriage,
expectation,
and the
exactly,
and
is
the
what
expectation
gets
in the
you
marriage
exhausted.
is exhausting, because the
You
expectation
expect
as
more.
my husband
Yeah.
or my wife,
And
I
as the
expect
father, right?
as the father, I expect you to do more, not do less,
Correct.
do more, help me, build each other up.
Correct.
So Marcelita just said that, it's that there is a lot of women that are like that,
Yeah.
and they feel that way. There's a lot of women that
Oh,
feel
for sure.
there's a lot of women that feel that way, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of guys that feel that way too,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot there's they're doing what they're supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
and then you have the woman stepping out and going out to to the clubs and don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
right? So also it's not a back and forth thing. Is both parties are.
I think you need to be, regardless of the situation, regardless of your gender, because there's women who, if you're going to go date a single dad, right? Like, single dads exist, right? Or even just a dad that's co-parenting, right? If you're going to date somebody who has children, you have to go in, one, with a little bit of wisdom, right?
and the
little bit of wisdom of
open
knowing, like,
mindset.
Open mindset for sure, but wisdom as in, like, is this somebody who's going to be bitter if I decide to invest in this and then I never get to see this child again? Like, that might hurt.
That
Absolutely.
for me,
I know
for
you
me,
had exactly.
For me, it
you
would
know
hurt
that-
because when it kids,
Yeah.
I'm a softie
and I'm
when
the
it comes
same.
to
Like,
fucking
if
kids.
I were to date somebody with children already, I'm gonna invest in you,
and I'm gonna
the
exactly.
children.
I'm gonna invest in you and your kids.
Correct.
This is not
Eventually,
me
right?
to invest in you
But see, a lot
and
of
then
guys
just leave.
A lot of guys, I'm just generalizing
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They just say it's not worth the risk because there's no guarantees
Yeah,
like
there
that.
is no guarantee, but I think that's why it's so important to take your time in the beginning. So,
Speak it louder for the people in the back.
for sure, take your motherfucking time.
People,
Listen.
we rush into relationships.
Yes. So I think, especially as a single parent, right? Get to know just the person.
Exactly,
Don't
before-
introduce your children too soon. Don't get your kids' hopes up. Don't, like, it's okay to tell them that you're dating and stuff like that. At least this is my approach, right? Get to know that person. Hang out as much as possible. And I know we don't have a lot of time, but whatever time you do have, make that very fruitful. Try new things. Talk about new things. Like, do the dating thing. But do it just you two as much as possible. I don't care if it's 2 hours here, 3 hours here. Like, you know what I mean? Do as much as possible together, just you two. Now, of course, especially when feelings start getting involved, you have to be able to sit down with yourself and be honest. Can I see this person inside my family unit, right?
Yeah.
So
And are they even willing?
There's a longer comment here.
yeah.
It
Go
says, this is from Dominic. It says, I'll read it too, but it says, if you're a single parent with kids, you always have to hold it down no matter what, and never expect nothing from no one, because by the end of the day, you're the one that has to hold the family down.
Correct. Unless you
Correct.
find an amazing partner.
Unless you find an amazing partner,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because that's why I love using that word partner, right? Because if I find the right person for me, they're gonna see the kids as an extension of me, right?
Yes.
And it's not easy, and that's my biggest thing. And I think that has actually kept me from relationships, which is sad, right? But it's true. I have met great people where it's just like, I get it. I am not. I hate to say this, but it's the very truth. I come with a package, right? I don't see myself as a fresh start. There's some people who just need a fresh start. They need their person and they want to start a family with that person. And that's for them, right?
Yeah.
I can never give that to them.
Yeah.
As amazing as our relationship can be, we vibe where, you know what I mean? Like, I truly feel you, you feel me. We can see a life together, but I'm not a fresh start. Like, I just can't give that to people.
You can't
right?
give that. You can't give that to
And
people.
so there are some people that I have looked at and I'm like, fuck, like you'd be great, but I can't give you what you want. There's just, and so that's just what it is.
And I think it takes maturity too for you to be able to say that, because some people just want to just be in the relationship,
No, I'm
and
not
they
gonna make
try
it
and
work.
force that, and then it just doesn't work.
No.
You can't force
it.
you can't force anything, because once you what starts
'Cause then
bad,
there's resentment.
what starts bad ends
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, can you imagine like forcing someone to be with me, right? I've got 3 kids. That's something you never thought you could take on. And now I'm expecting all this shit from you because we're partners.
So that's unrealistic.
Unrealistic expectations. You got to understand who you're with,
who you're
dating,
who you're dating,
right?
and
Before you decide to make those decisions.
So when we were, I'm gonna pivot a little bit. So when we were trying to fix the studio here,
yeah.
I was thinking about expectations as a business owner. So I have expectations as a business owner when it comes to clients, right?
Yes.
Obviously you got to pay. I mean, that's I don't know.
Of course.
No free shit. Always respect. I think if you guys are a business owner, you probably would agree. But I think you have to have these sort of expectations to have a successful business, because order is what's important.
Order, strong leader. I remember you said it, and you said it the last episode. The face of the business.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The face of the business is very important.
Yeah. My image is important. But I think having expectations as a business owner, I have a couple of businesses, so I think expectations that I put on myself and my staff, I think that has to be, because you want you to represent your business, or you want your staff to represent your business.
Exactly.
You want them to represent a certain style or a certain aspect
of your business,
and then like the certain clientele that I get in, I have expectations of them as well, because they are in turn still representing me. Right? Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So I think expectations is that. I think that's actually a good part, instead of having. I don't think there's any unrealistic expectations I think maybe from their end on me could be unrealistic, but I try to give people, when they have their consults with me, I try and tell them that don't have unrealistic expectations.
So, I think for a business, your expectations are really just your contract. Like, this is what I expect from you as a client. This is what you can expect from me. There's no gray area in that. There's all black and white. You sign, I sign, and now.
Yeah, but I think too, I'm just referring to the podcast thing. I think some people think they can do 2 podcasts and they're freaking Joe Rogan. And I try and tell them it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't
and so
work.
when I say some people have unrealistic expectations, that's what I mean. Is like, I've done 10 shows. Why am I not making a lot of money? I'm like, well, people don't know you, first of all.
and
And that's an unrealistic.
That's
and that's something that
unrealistic.
I cannot.
Right.
I can't give you that, but I try and tell people that right away. It's like, look, there's no guarantees in this. I will guide you. I will guide your ship as much as I can,
Right.
but
But it's up to
ultimately
you
it's
to do
still
the
up to.
legwork.
But it's up to
Yeah.
you to do the work. He is like, you're just doing the light work, and your client is doing the heavy work. They're the ones that's supposed to put them out there themselves, the business themselves. Let's open up that phone lines and
Yeah.
Hit the button, man.
hit that button. Everybody that's tuning in, call in, and we want to hear your expectations. Savage, what is going on? Hello.
I think people look for what they can't give themselves in other people. That's good.
That's a good one.
If you're not healed, for sure.
If you and healing is a big process too.
How do you know?
When
you're healed?
When you're healed?
Yeah.
That's
How
also
do you know?
that is also a good question, because it took me a fucking while.
Do you think you're healed? Can I be honest with you? I mean, I'm never gonna be not honest. So.
For real, when are you
I don't know why I ask.
when are you never not honest?
That's true.
For me, I think definitely.
I don't think you're fully healed.
I think I am. I just the expectations of me of being let down.
I don't think healing is ever fully done.
Okay.
Never. It's never done. You're still want to better yourself as a human being and as a person.
Right, but I'm talking about healing is the act of repairing what other people have done to us, right? Or life, right? Life has done something to us and we have to heal from that. So it's not even like growth. Healing is really just, what have I gone through that has hurt me, that other people have done, that have made me change the way I think about people, the way I think about love, the way I think about relationships, the way I think about work, the way I think about whatever the case is, right? What I believe about life and people and relationships in general. When you do the healing work, right, it takes you to unearth all of the things you've gone through, all of those feelings. You have to feel them again. You have to feel them truly, fully. You cannot keep them closed
Girl, I felt
in.
that. I felt that the fucking last relationship. I felt that shit. But it was.
You have to. There's just so much work that goes into healing. It's exhausting. Everybody thinks it's this cute little like journey. No, it is
you open
the
up
most
your little journal
exhausting-
and you start
No.
writing in your journal. No, there's
It's-
more to that. Your mind, especially.
Absolutely, Maricela. That is, I think that's one of like those green flags. Like, damn, I've done this amount of work because this didn't trigger me anymore. Yeah, I agree with you.
And that's the thing that the only thing with me for if it's something that's trigger, it's like the way I was treated before. And that's the trigger. Am I gonna get treated the same way again?
So a good answer to your question, I think, would be the response. It would be in your response. Like, how do I know I am healed? It's in my response, but not just my outward response, my internal response as well. Like, do I still feel those feelings of rejection? Do I still feel those insecurities? Do I still feel those things, right? I think that's how you would know.
Okay. I get it.
Let's go, people. Calling. I know you guys got a ton of
Dude,
questions.
you got lurkers, man. They just want to get in on the action.
Come
They
on,
don't wanna-
call
they
in.
wanna
Don't be
call
scared.
in.
You don't
Just-
gotta say your name. You don't gotta say your name. Nothing
Oh
like
no,
that.
yes you do.
Oh, you
Yeah.
to say you
You
definitely.
can make up a name. You can
Google,
make up a name.
Google will ask you.
Oh, does it?
Who are you?
Yeah, Google. will. I forgot it does that.
Yeah.
But
no,
Use your alter ego name.
yeah, no, it's I think people today's day and age is when it comes to just relationships in
Scared?
general. No, I think
Fear?
we live in a transactional.
That's that whole, what do you bring to
Yeah.
the table?
Yeah.
Like, what if all I bring is motherfucking love and good vibes, bitch? Like, what? Like,
What
like, is that enough?
is that? Would
Right?
that
Is
okay?
that
Is that
transactional
transactional? And is that
So
Because
wait,
we
wait.
have
So,
made
is that enough?
relationships-
Is that enough for
give
you?
me you give me love and good vibes. I give you
You see, but you see how that's transactional? Like, since
Dick.
what? Listen, let me tell you that, and I'm speaking for a lot of women here, straight as well, that we get better like results by ourselves. Okay, so the fact that y'all want to be bringing all this drama as well,
Shit, I ain't trying to bring you no.
and
I ain't trying to bring you no drama. I'm
Who,
just
man?
trying.
who men?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Damn. That look.
Go ahead, let
Espérate.
her spit. Let her cook.
Cook. Let
ahead,
you
let her
cook.
cook.
I'm
ahead.
just speaking for women in general. Like, men come in thinking like, "Yo, this dick is everything," and it'd be
Nah,
like,
hell
"Yo,
no, I don't
like
think
I could do
that.
better all by myself." You know what I mean?
definitely don't think
Like,
that.
and so if all you doing is bringing me fucking drama and fucking, I don't know, disease with the fucking dick, like, it's just like a lot of men come into the picture thinking, "This is what I got to offer. Wait till you get some of this." And most women are like. Even
Yeah.
straight women are just like, okay,
Oh, shit.
like I
Definitely.
got a whole, like, I could pay for what you give me, and that shit has a battery and everything. Like, it recharges. Like, that shit is.
Dude, guys think the same way too. They can
Yeah,
pay. They can
shit.
pay for that shit too because they don't want the drama.
and y'all do.
Yeah.
Trust, I know y'all be rolling up. Okay.
So let's say you're
She said
in.
pulling up.
Let's say you're in a transactional relationship. Do you have expectations?
Preach, girl.
Do you have expectations for your partner? Even though both of y'all know you're in a. So let's just say like a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship.
Right. Okay.
That's
cool.
a transactional relationship. Expectations in that,
Absolutely.
they're both known, right?
You ask me for things and it's transactional. Okay, but that's the point. Like, that's a transactional relationship. You give me money, you want feet pics. Cool. I mean, you want to date with me and you pay for dinner and you give me a little extra spending cash, right? That is transactional. Why are we looking at a regular relationship transactionally?
Because that's what people see.
That's what people see and portray.
So you see
but
me as a transaction.
But that's people that are fucking
like, okay, so this is
that's
the thing.
people that are not there in the fucking head.
Correct. Those
They're
are
not
people
there
you don't
in the
want
brain.
to build with.
Those are people that don't want to build nobody with. They just they're just out there just to be hoe. Then just
I'm gonna tell you when
then
I'm
just go be a
dating-
hoe.
Correct.
But just go be a hoe. But there are some people out there that want to build and know what you come with.
The wand is a beautiful thing. Yes, baby, it keeps you out of trouble. Listen.
I can't keep up with the rose.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
But like you were saying, there are people out there that want to build, and there are people that out there that don't want to build. Those are people that are just not there in the brain.
I think they're not very.
They're not there. Their mindset and their knowledge is not there at all.
Right.
So, and for guys and women that are there, and they know what they can bring to the table, right?
I hate it when you say that. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Because I hate that. Like, they're just looking for a service. Yes,
Oh,
so
who's looking
many
for-
men are looking for a service from
Masari.
women. Absolutely, I will talk
Listen.
about that shit all the time.
Okay, so why?
But why do
what
I
you-
hate bringing to the table?
Yeah.
Because again, it's the sense of like here, but it's like almost like a marketing strategy. Like, these are all my benefits. I come with blank, 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 and that's why you should date me. Like, how stupid is that? Like, so.
But that's what online dating is.
But that's what that's.
I hate that.
But that's
I'm
what
just
online
saying,
dating
I hate
is.
it.
Picture and a profile.
A picture and a profile.
A picture and a
That's why
profile
I need to
with
get to know
little
people.
with a little bio.
Yes, I hate that. Like,
With a little bio.
I hate resumes. I hate all that because it's literally just me marketing myself. When bitch, I'm a whole ass like I'm things that I cannot put into words. Like, I know that me as a person, as my soul, will give you experiences I could never even put into words. So, like, what are we doing here? Okay. First of all, second of all, when you say what I bring to the table, what I look at in dating is like, first of all, I'm a whole ass person by myself. Whatever I'm bringing to this table, like, I am my own person. I have my own goals, and I plan on, even with a partner, I plan on truly focusing on those
And still
I
achieving those
expect
goals.
That from the person I am dating.
Yes.
I don't want you to be like, I don't have no goals. I don't have no dreams. Like, bitch, you
Oh,
like
hell no.
you like.
Then why are you?
What
if
are
you
we
have
doing
what are
here?
exactly what are we doing?
That's the kind of
If you-
people that come talking about, this is what I bring to the table. This is what I want to come with my own shit. And no, I'm not saying that everybody has the same. Like, yeah, sometimes economically we might be in different places. I'm talking about a mindset, right? Like, I'm talking about
mindset.
correct. Like, so when I'm looking at a person that I am thinking about a potential partner with, right? Because in my head, if I want to be a partner with somebody, it's because I can see you in my life. Like, I'm not doing this little, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm older. I mean, we all are. I don't know how most people think, like, oh, I want to date for like 2 months. Like, bitch, don't waste my time. Right? Like, if I like
They
you.
just wanted to waste their time just to eat to
Yeah,
do
but, I mean,
whatever.
and sure,
oh,
if I was
okay,
dating
it was
to
good.
like meet people, but if I'm looking for a partner, like, I'm looking to see how long this is gonna last.
I'm like looking for a partner. I'm looking
But you
for a
don't
partner
find
to build.
that a lot nowadays. I'm gonna tell you that.
You don't.
Do you think because people don't know what they actually want?
Absolutely,
Absolutely
nobody knows
not.
what they
Everybody,
want.
a lot of people don't know what the hell
Most
they
people
want.
just want bad bitches, and they don't know what comes with that. It's
And
like,
exactly.
You know when it comes to bad bitches? Bad bitches.
listen, they want all the eye
But
candy.
they're-
They want all the
but-
eye candy, and you don't want any of the fucking soul food. I literally just saw that the other day.
I
Yes,
like soul food.
exactly. Well, some people just want eye candy.
Damn, y'all in the comments and y'all don't want to call in. Y'all, mira,
Nah, put in the comments then. Come on, let me read what you got to say.
It's fine.
we want to hear your voice. We want to hear that damn
Mal
voice.
wants to hear somebody's voice.
No.
Dito.
Oh.
Hey yo. But on top, but me as I'm looking for somebody to build, and we build something together. If you already have something, I have something, right? We come and help each other build even better,
Right.
to something bigger.
It should be a support thing. Yeah.
A support thing.
Again,
but
that's
you
why that
also,
whole-
but you also, your
Okay, so then what are you looking for someone to bring to a table? If you already got your shit, you already got your goals and your dreams and stuff, why are you so focused on what somebody's bringing to the table?
for me, it's the same thing. I want, I'm your value, my value. I want us to build something together. What are your goals? What is your dream? I don't want you to stop your dreams, your goal. I want to help.
Great, but no. My question is, right? As somebody who keeps saying, "What do you bring to the table?" What you have your own goals, you have your own like shit, right? What are you expecting a woman to bring to the table?
I'll answer that.
Damn.
So I don't.
But it's
want
not.
them,
It's really not. It's really not that. It's really not hard. It's just honesty, loyalty,
okay.
respect. And
Is that really bringing to the table? That's just part of a relationship.
that's just
Any
part.
relationship.
That's just part of. That's just part of a relationship.
A
but
human. You
A
should,
human
you should be a
basic
good
need. I think
human.
we have put human basic like
attributes.
attributes, and we're like,
We're putting them on a pedestal.
And we put them
correct?
on a
Like,
pedestal.
no.
Like,
No.
okay, this is.
That's not what you bring to the table. That's how any relationship should work.
Should
like,
work.
I should be honest with a person.
Yeah.
I should be kind to them. I should be compassionate. Like, why are we taking these human basic needs and we're like making them like it's a prize? No.
So that's why they're calling. So if you were
Yeah.
gonna, I don't ask that question, but if someone were to ask me that, right?
Just said that little mine's just too deep.
Mine's too deep. I would say I don't need what I provide to the table. I need someone else to be my yin to my yang, essentially, and enhance what I bring.
Your experience, yeah.
Because I bring something completely different.
And the other person completely different.
Exactly. Whether if our relationship dynamic is where if I'm the provider, of course,
Facts.
that's what I bring. But for me personally, I would need someone to enhance that for me and make kind of me better. Right. So it's a lot of intangible things. So when people say, what do you bring to the table? A lot of people quantify
What are you
traits,
expecting to hear
right?
when somebody asks
yeah.
that?
Yeah, so that's a really good question, but I don't ask people that question anyway. So
Right.
I need someone who's genuine, but this is also a human trait.
It's a human
right?
trait, though.
Right. Should be.
Nurturing, supportive.
Supportive should be supportive.
True,
is very
but-
big, very big. Like support
These are
me.
characteristics. See,
yes.
that's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you are dating, then be clear about the characteristics you're looking for someone. I think so many times you got, like people are just like, oh, damn, that person's bad. And now I want to try to get to know them. And oh, that person is on trend or whatever the case may be. And then you forget about what characteristics you really want. Like for what? For looks? Like, or, for trends? So it's your fault if you don't pay attention to those characteristics. If you're chasing somebody who doesn't have characteristics that you like, that's your motherfucking fault.
That's your fault, because then that's what you're. That's
like
what you
saw when
That's
they were
what you're used
dishonest
to.
in like a tiny little thing. All right, go ahead and note that. Like, oh, this person's not really honest, right? And that's a part of the dating process, right? Like, and then you go and you hang out with them and you see how they treat the waiter, and then you go and you hang out with them and you see how they treat, you know what I mean, a kid.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
Yo, but that's their character,
that's their character,
right? So eventually, little by little, you're gonna get pieces of their character, and it's up to you to decide if you're gonna actually build a relationship with them.
So speaking on that,
Uh-huh.
if I ask you what you bring to the table, one thing that'll make me melt, right, is if we're at dinner and the waiter messes up my food, I'm not gonna say anything. But if you say something for me, I will love you forever. Like, hey, his mashed potatoes were
Okay,
cold.
but that's not bringing to the table.
That's-
What you
I'm
want is
but I'm
somebody
saying
who,
that's,
right?
I'm being
got-
silly here,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
saying
no,
like,
no, I got
like
you.
I like
somebody
that.
that
because you got my back. You
Yeah.
you know that I'm not going to say anything.
No,
and
I
you
know,
know
listen.
I'm uncomfortable in this situation,
yeah, yeah.
but you know
I know
got
what
me.
you listen.
You got me.
Yeah.
I know what you. I
Yeah.
know. I definitely know what you're saying, because this. I'm not gonna put. I don't want to put them on blast or nothing, but it was like. Does that person, want beef? Because why are they messing with something that's mine? Yo, I never had when that person said that. My brain was like, hold the fuck up. Wait, what? Hold up. I ain't never, nobody has ever spoken like that. Like, hold up, what? That was That was
Wait, somebody to claim you?
Yeah.
no, like the way that they said it, like damn,
Bro,
hold up.
you like some luggage. You like some airplane luggage.
Oh, hold on, like wait.
You like that?
Like,
You
oh
like
hell
that.
yeah! What?
So let me ask everybody here
why
and,
not?
I love-
and everybody
what?
in the comments,
Yeah,
right?
if I'm yours, you better make that shit.
Yo, I
known.
I love that. Was
Like what?
So let's say you're in a relationship, right? Let me ask everybody here in the comments too. So make sure you comment. All right, you're in a new romantic relationship,
uh-huh.
and your partner is like, I love to get my feet rubbed.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to get my feet rubbed every other
I ain't
day.
gonna lie. I would.
Is that something that you could vibe with,
Yeah.
or
Why
since they
not?
were clear with
Why
with
not?
that, is that something? But then let's just say they turn it up every request gets different. They start putting new expectations as your relationship goes on. Should the relationship expectations begin in the beginning, or should they adapt over time?
I think they should adapt over time because
exactly.
in any long-term partnership, you're going to have ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
In any long-term partnership, you're going to have parents are getting sick. You're having children. Your children get sick. God forbid, loss of job. Like
I expect sex
you
4
are-
times a week.
Yeah, wait till you have like
He said 4
babies
times a week.
and you're exhausted, or work has gotten completely crazy, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, health issues. Like no, there's just no way of having consistent expectations other than love. Correct,
What they say.
love. Exactly.
Exactly.
I want
Oh, shit.
experiences, good vibes, love, someone that can be my best friend, but partner in crime. Absolutely. So then if you have love, right, then that's what's going to carry you through those times where the expectations aren't being met. Why? Because there's still genuine love here.
There's still genuine love. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I think this whole expectations thing it's a little
Overrated, and it's because it's overrated because you just don't
because
know where
like okay, for
everything
example,
falls
I'm
in.
speaking to someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm speaking to them, I don't want to have expectations. I don't want to sit there and be like, yo, I expect you to be like X, Y, and Z. Because really, honestly, where do our expectations come from? A lot of times they come from the past.
Facts.
So like, why am I
what
like...
you've been through, so you
Correct,
know
so why
what
am I
I've
putting
been
that
through.
already on somebody, though?
Yes.
Why am I already putting that on somebody? And somebody knew at that. Like,
yeah.
you don't... Like, this is the first time. Like, I have been alive a while, okay? Like, it's unfair of me to think that you're gonna get it right 24/7.
Of course,
Like,
and that's the part of growth.
Can we
And-
ratchet it up a little bit? Mm-hmm. So
What?
can we ratchet it up a little
ratchet,
bit?
Okay, what?
Right. So social media has destroyed the world, honestly.
Of course.
So a lot of people you see on these apps, like Instagram, they do these little street interviews. They interviewing the hood chicks, right? They're all like, should a man pay for everything, even if you're really not in the relationship yet? A lot of women have those expectations on their guy. Is that something that should change, or what?
what do you mean change?
cha-
So
yeah,
do
what do
you
you mean?
expect it in the
'Cause-
beginning?
Yes,
Okay,
that, and
so the woman
also,
expects it in the beginning, and then you're
but
asking.
but they don't want the exchange or the equal when when the man wants expectations on them to be a certain way. They expect this.
Not just financially.
I'm saying they expect a man to pay for everything,
Okay.
even though they're not like exclusive or anything yet.
Okay.
But a
Okay.
man will want to expect you to not be whoring out on Instagram or something like that. You know.
Okay, again, transactional, right?
I was just,
So, what's your question though? Like, is it appropriate? Is that what you're asking, or just what
Just
I
your
think
thoughts.
about
Your
it?
thoughts on that.
okay.
Okay,
So
I'm sorry, I was just a little confused.
yeah,
I was
'cause
probably pretty vague with that, but yes. Thoughts.
So it's like you're asking if me as a man and I'm talking to somebody and I'm paying for everything, and you're saying that they expect me to pay for everything, and I look at them not like, no, you're not paying for nothing.
Sure. I'm just saying, what would you even say if a woman's like, hey, I expect you to do this right away? Do you
See,
tell her,
but
hey,
that,
wait a second.
okay, two different things. Two different things.
I have a thought now.
Two
like
different
thoughts.
two different things. This is a thought process. Two different things.
What's up, Miguel?
What up, Mikey? What's going on, bro? If it's a real woman, I think she would not let you pay for everything every single time. This is a thought process, because if a woman it's tricky right now. It's tricky.
Nah, say what you gotta say, because everybody has their opinions, but they don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
So
no. Say
but
it.
if it's a real woman, they're not gonna. That's definitely false. They're not gonna let you do that. They're definitely not gonna let you do that. And if the woman is not, not a real human, not a, doesn't have, how can I say, doesn't have a heart, and basically they're just using you. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to say a woman that is just there for the ride, and you're paying for everything. She's there for the glamorous and all that shit.
I disagree. I'm gonna say that right now.
You disagree? Okay. Yeah. But you disagree. But if it's a real woman, and somebody that their mindset is not immature, and
I think you're putting things together that don't necessarily go together.
Go ahead, preach.
How?
A woman can be very mature. A woman can be very clear on what she wants. If what she wants is a provider, whether that's in a man or a woman, if that woman wants a provider and she expects things to be paid for, I think it's perfectly okay for her to set that expectation in the beginning. And then it's just going to take care of itself. Like if you're not a provider, then you'll see yourself out, and she can go and move on to someone who is a provider, because that's what she wants. If that is one of her expectations, I'm always like, women earn men. Don't settle for anything you don't want. That's right.
No, that's
like,
true.
Whether it is, I want somebody to pay for everything or not pay for something. Like, don't do something in the beginning just to get them to like you and then switch it up. Like, because if
definitely.
I, as a woman, want a provider, why am I going to start the relationship being, oh, it's okay, I'll pay for half, or I'll pay this time, or whatever. If I know deep down in my heart, I want somebody who's going to 100% provide for me later on.
I get it.
So if there are women like that, and props to you, baby. You want to be taken care of? Okay, find yourself somebody who's going to be taken care of. Because let me tell you something. There are so many men that will take care of you hand and foot. You won't have to pay for anything. I promise you. So many. So don't settle if that's what you want.
If that's what you want, don't settle.
And that does not make you not a real woman.
Okay.
It doesn't. It makes you. I'm gonna look at you because you said a real woman. That makes that. You know what you want. What else is it?
Of course, everybody knows what.
We
can't say everybody knows what they want, because they don't.
When they have standards like that, do you think guys get villainized when they have standards like that? Because I think women get praised when they say stuff like that. But if man says something similar,
so let's
they
switch
get villainized.
it, right? So let's say financially you want. Okay, so I will say that society does not see it as acceptable for men not to be providers versus women, right?
I don't mean just providing in general. I just mean certain standards.
No, I think as a man, if you are dating and you know that you want something specific. Okay, for example, all right, perfect. Phil, if you are sure that you want somebody who's going to be home for you to cook and clean and do all the things that you don't want to do because you have a business and maybe you just don't like to do it. I'll tell you one thing, don't go date somebody like me. Like you're gonna get your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so in the beginning, don't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna help you. Like, let me help you do these, fold this laundry. I get cute. You know what I mean? Like, and then you turn around 2 years later, we're like, nah, I don't touch the laundry. You're never gonna have clean clothes again. Like, you do that shit.
You're gonna get cursed the fuck out.
Like, nah, I'll probably
cuss you out at first. He's gonna get cursed the fuck out.
What happens is that's the last time I will do your laundry. Like,
because I can't.
But in the
I can't be that. I was never like that.
But again, the point here is, if you have a certain expectation, you need to be clear with that in the beginning, right? And then don't date people who don't have that in them.
What I was leading to, and thank you for saying that, is that I feel what social media has done is the fact that they don't allow men to state that. They villainize them for saying those things. But for women, it's empowering.
But there are women who love to be caretakers.
I get it, but what I'm saying is, but I think what social media has done to men is.
Do you think?
No, I agree.
Do you think it scared men away and men are intimidated?
Well, that I think what is happening is that a lot of men are hiding that, hiding it, and not stating that, and then they're doing the switch up.
Oh
Okay.
hell no! I'm not intimidated.
So,
I'm not intimidated by a strong woman.
Well, a lot of men don't know they are until it happens.
Correct.
Because they see a bad bitch.
Correct.
And they're like, well,
I love how you pointed to me when you said bad bitch.
Allah.
Hey, yes.
They see a bad bitch, and then they think they can not necessarily handle it, but I'm saying
Right.
they think that they can accommodate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
Or you have some really messed up people that are like, ooh, I can dominate that. Because
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
There
Those
are,
the-
like you said, there
Yeah.
are some people that are messed up.
they
that,
just want the money and nothing in return. Who's they?
who's they? But as for me, I can't like you were saying, and she was asking you. Me, I was never like that in my relationships. If
You weren't like what? I'm sorry. Clarify.
if like how you were telling Phil, like if you don't like to do anything and you need somebody that does the laundry, cooks,
A caretaker,
and,
a homemaker.
yeah. Like me, if you're working long day, we both work long days. To me, if I'm coming home 1st, baby, dinner's about to be done.
Yeah.
You about to have a candle in the tub.
Yeah, and that's what works for you.
You know, ready to work. That's what, because I'm a spontaneous romantic person. So that automatically for me is not a trigger. For me, it's just like, all right, I already know what to do. And if I see and that you've never had that anything spontaneous or romantic done for you before, then I'm just gonna randomly do it. You don't
Right.
you don't know when to make you feel special.
Yeah.
Long day home from work. I don't care if you lay down, take off let me rub your feet real quick before you hop in the shower. You know, you got a long day.
See, and
Like that's
I think it's important to understand though too, like Phil, like if he were to find the right person, I think that's part of growing.
yes.
That there are going to be some things that you're going to compromise, right? Maybe you don't like to do dishes and you do them one night because you're like, damn, like I love that person enough to do something I am uncomfortable doing
butt stuff.
to show.
So are you see? Okay, I can't wait.
If you love me,
Are you?
we'll do butt stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours too? Yours too?
Put it in my butt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're that's what you're looking for. We made it very loud and clear.
I
okay?
could fucking not. I swear. Yeah.
I think it's just make it clear what your expectations are. If you
You
like
just
butt
got-
stuff,
you
or,
just got Chris
if you
so
do
off
not
guard.
like butt
Yeah.
stuff, don't say you like butt stuff from the beginning. Just don't do it. Okay?
Oh, so you just called Chris
Be
so off
honest,
guard,
you
yo.
did.
Her
you
face.
did.
Her
Usually,
face.
usually I could just, I roll with the punches.
But definitely
sure.
for sure. But also, if you like she was saying that, but take a but she was telling you, if you want that person to be that of what you like. Now, is it bad if you step back and do something different than what you're normally used to? What they say.
Pause.
Then why don't you do that?
I think sometimes relationships change though. So some people may
Yeah.
have gotten into this relationship on one end, and then financial things change,
Yep.
and then so the dynamic has to change. And some people are not cool with change.
A lot of people are not.
But I think
a lot
it-
of
I
people
think it-
in the beginning.
I think
In
it
the
deserves
beginning,
a
they're
discussion,
not.
though.
They're,
I think
yeah.
it deserves a discussion.
In the beginning, they're not cool with change at all. Like
So-
a lot of people are scared of change.
So like I think where I failed at with my relationship was that we started off, we were both working really hard. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a financial superiority in one sense of the thing, we had a kid, and our situation changed to where she couldn't work, so I had to step up, but we were doing, and so she had to do more of the domestic things, and that's not the type of person that she is. She's more of a go-getter. She works very hard. I've always had multiple jobs, but then she kind of had to be forced to not do that.
Yeah.
And so it did build some resentment
Yeah.
on her end towards me.
towards you.
And I was confused because I'm like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm
Right.
providing for
You're
family.
providing
I'm
a
working.
family.
I'm working my ass off, so you don't have to. But it's still that wasn't
What she
that
wanted to
wasn't
do.
what she.
That wasn't what she wanted.
No, it's just that she was kind of forced to do that,
take on a
and
role she didn't want
yeah,
to.
and I feel guilty for that.
Okay.
Just because
Yeah.
it happens, but
It
I think we are better off that way because of it. But it's still a hard pill to swallow because not everybody is like that. Not everybody wants that life. Not every woman wants that life either. Some women are really good at doing what they want to do, and then and so I think there's a point to where relationships have to come to that crossroads to where if something does change, that changes the dynamic in the relationship, you have to have those discussions, and you have to be
communication.
And you have but people don't know how to communicate.
Absolutely,
and that's
but
and
it is
that
literally the killer of most
relationships.
If you can communicate about your expectations in a long-term partnership, right? And something changes, like in that dynamic, because I've been in that position. Actually, it would be. I'm sure it would have been even better if you would have not only just validated, right? And obviously I just tell you this like future, right? You know, we grow and we learn, we all fuck up. Would have validated what she was feeling, like, because a lot of people would have been like, but you just get to stay home, you can just chill, like you don't have to work. How cool is that? You know what I mean? But in reality, it's a whole nother work. Right. And
bro, I didn't realize it.
It's a
and
whole
if that's
nother
not
work.
something you want to do, you're gonna grow that resentment. So like the opposite, like what could have been given is validation. I think we need to learn how to validate our partners more. Like, I may not agree, I may not even understand, but if you're feeling this, then it's important enough for me to pay attention.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head too. I think what a lot of people do in relationships, when they hear their partner say something, they immediately rebut.
Correct.
But me.
Correct. With your opinion or your feeling
and
or your whatever.
I think what a lot of people do lack in relationships is
communication.
Well, not that, is empathy.
Absolutely.
Because they see what they're going through, so then they try and project that on what their partner is going through.
Or they try to understand it, which is not necessarily wrong, but sometimes we don't understand our partner's emotions. They may be coming from somewhere we don't understand. It's okay not to understand. It's not okay to disregard their feelings because you don't
disregard
understand.
their feelings. And what about if you wanna know, but they don't open up.
I don't think it's fair. I'm that person, actually. As open as I am, like, I'm a very open book. There are some things that just, it's funny because I find myself more open with people I could give a shit about. Like, somebody could like walk up to me.
Because you got nothing to lose.
Correct. You have nothing to lose. When I have somebody who I care about and I'm getting to know and I'm like, damn, like I'm really starting to feel for this person. It is hard. I'll be like, yo, I could have said this to anybody. And it's like,
but you can't say it to the person that
that
you
needs
fall
to
for,
know this.
and that needs to know this. And that is
right.
very fucking hard.
It's frustrating, but I think two things play into part, right? Finding somebody who's super patient with you and who understands that, and being willing myself, right? So in that situation, right? Me finding someone who's very patient with me in that sense, and then also making it very clear to them that I am working on this and I do want to give you this information and this part of me. Just give me a minute. I'm working on it.
Are you a patient person?
I believe that I am.
Okay.
Now, are there some things that I'm still working on? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But as far as like patience, yeah, I see myself as very patient, actually. I think I'm almost over understanding, and sometimes where I have to like be like, right? I haven't had to
naive?
Never. I'm more of a cynic, actually.
Did the military take that out of you? Were you naive before? When you were
I think
younger?
I've always been a cynic.
Yeah, see,
Really?
I think I was the opposite. I think I was. I always saw the good in people.
But
and
I
think
do.
But I've gotten taken advantage of.
Yes,
a lot.
all the time.
Well, we are, but we.
But I almost expect it.
You
I don't know
expect
if
to take
maybe-
advantage of?
I expect people to take advantage of my kindness. I am so like, listen, but this is the thing. I'm not going to change how I operate with other people because I know people are going to take advantage of me. It doesn't mean I am not going to act in my kindness and my compassion and my empathy and my everything, because I am that person. I don't want to act outside of who I am as a person. And so I am a cynic in the fact that I don't feel like I believe people will reciprocate my energy, but I don't want to say dumb enough, but I am still really kind, and I believe people can be good, and I see the good in everybody.
And see the good in everybody.
It's who I am as a person.
Exactly.
I don't want to change that.
Do you expect yourself out of your partners? Because I think a lot of people, that's a fatal flaw as well, is that they expect themselves out of their partners, and you'll never get what you put out.
Correct.
And I think people put that expectations
I
on
want
their partners.
to pour into somebody who pours into me. I think that's what it comes
Exactly,
down to.
but I don't think it's not gonna be the same.
It's not gonna be the same.
And I think
But I do
people-
expect you to get to know me in a fact where, like, yeah, we're not pouring the same because I'm not pouring into you the same that I would have poured into somebody else because I got to know you. I want to pour into you specifically, and I hope that you would get to know me enough to pour into me.
I think one other, and I'm talking truthfully here. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the times I just joke around and talk shit and stuff. But I think one of the aspects of where I failed in my life relationship was that I
You have a call?
no, it was Tiandra. But I think that what I think both of us where we failed at is that what we thought what we were doing good for the other person did not register to the other person.
To
Yeah,
them.
because you weren't talking in their language.
Yeah,
You were talking in your
so like
language.
I'm doing this, and for you, and then I'm like,
And
then
you
I'll rebut.
expect
I'm like,
them
well, I'm
to
doing this, this, and this,
And you're
that
rebuttaling
doesn't
Rebecca,
like
then
that doesn't
it's
matter.
just an argument.
Yeah, and so her level of love does not equal my level of love, and then
Yeah.
my level of love does not equal
It's
to her
never
level.
going
Of
to
so
be
so
enough.
so one person thinks that they're doing way more than
Yeah.
the other person, even though it's still equally. It's just different things, and that was a
Nobody's
constant.
yeah.
That's well, I think we both were doing the things I just didn't think we saw.
It's like, okay.
And that's
it's
where you
like-
guys start.
Let's think of like a medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say Mel's got an ear infection and you've got
Herpes.
a fucking UTI. Okay, sure, whatever. Herpes, right? I could be giving y'all
Valtrex.
both medicine, but if I'm not giving you the specific medicine that you need and require, it's not going to make a difference. I can give you Tylenol all day, right? It's
And-
medicine.
and everybody
I
fucking
think
uses
I'm
that all
doing
day.
a great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yo, I'm helping. I want to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you all the medicine that is available to me because sometimes, you know, we can only give what we have.
Yep.
I am genuinely trying to help both of you guys. But is that helping the situation? No. You need something different. You need something different. And I'm not giving you what you need. It really just comes down to it. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's when we can't acknowledge when the other person is,
Yeah, don't
you know what I mean?
don't
It's the
downplay it.
acknowledging.
Don't downplay.
Don't downplay my effort.
Don't downplay effort, but also be understanding that, like, I didn't communicate that I needed different medicine. How we can't.
She like that. You told your partner.
Right,
I
like-
need a different.
Correct. Did you ever
So
sit there and
please-
say, I don't feel like you washing the dishes is love? I don't feel like blank, blank, and blank that you were doing is love to me. If you don't communicate those things, then y'all are both blindsided. So you can't be mad like if somebody downplays your effort if in return you've never communicated.
If you're not a
you
if you're not a
expect.
communicator, if you was never a communicator, what makes you think you're gonna be a communicator now?
No,
And
you can definitely grow.
You can, yeah, but you can definitely grow. But if communication is the number one thing for you guys to grow, right? And the person comes in, but they're not good at communicating. So they're not telling you everything. So that's where you were saying where
It's just hard when you're guessing. That's all I'm saying. If you're guessing and you're just
It's
like,
very
I'm doing
hard.
the best I can, right? I'm doing the best I can, and you've never communicated that that's not yours. I mean, that's not good for you. Then how are you going to be mad at me? I've done the best I can. You know what I mean? You never told me that's not what you wanted.
And I also think,
But how about when the other person takes it the wrong way?
yeah, that's true. So let's say I'm communicating with you. This is how I feel loved, and that person would probably take that as an offense,
Right.
because a lot of people when they
yeah.
hear
I'm doing something wrong.
yeah, they automatically
They get
hear
offensive.
criticisms. They get defensive,
Yep.
and not as a learning
Yeah.
or as a growth thing. Because some people don't know how to communicate properly either. Because
Yes.
also when they do express those, they
Yeah.
do it in a
Aggressive manner.
Aggressive way.
Or something
aggressive
that's
way
not-
or
yeah.
aggressive matter or aggressive way of talking back to you in a very different matter where their tone goes now very higher than what it was in the beginning. So, communication is a big part, but also life lessons. Like if you haven't learned from your previous relationships, then when are you gonna learn?
Some people never do.
And it's just you're still gonna attract the same thing. So you know how a lot of people, men and women, you know, we all complain like, damn, why do I keep attracting the same fucking shit that I know toxic people attract the same shit over and over, no matter what. So when are you gonna learn that that's not for you, and how are you gonna change it? How are you gonna change your ways for the next person?
Therapy. But knowing you have a problem.
People, yeah.
Knowing you have a problem too, because a lot of people run from it. They don't think. Because one thing, I think the very first episode that you were on with us, I think I said this, is that like, I will never bash any of my exes, but I think one red flag is that someone who always bashes every single ex that they've had and didn't acknowledge the things that they have done. Now I'm not putting a blanket on this. Some people just have bad relationships and their partner was just bad.
Yes.
I get that.
Yes.
But every single one you've been in, you know what I'm saying? You know,
but every single single man, every single woman, like what?
And so with me, I've been very open with the faults that I have. You know, I'm not perfect by any means.
Yeah, none of us.
You know, and so I think one big red flag is that when people
don't acknowledge
that they did contribute negatively.
Correct.
To the relationship.
Correct. It takes a level of self-awareness.
And people
but there's not a lot of people like that because their ego. Because their ego.
Their pride. Absolutely.
Their pride and their ego.
I blame social media, man. So many people just they get on social media just for validation. Absolutely. And so when you have everybody telling you that you're great, you're beautiful, you're wonderful,
you're not going to listen to
smart,
the people who actually matter.
You're not going to listen to one person who's like, hey,
you.
nigga, you slipping. You know? They're like, oh, you're a hater.
Yeah. When it's like, nah, let's be real. I'm not a hater. I'm somebody who loves you enough to tell you where you're wrong.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's what you...
I care about you and our relationship enough to tell you, you fucked up. You ain't about to have me fucked up. Let's fix this because if not, I'm leaving. Right? You know what I mean? Like, so that's not a hater. If someone loves someone, communication is always a priority. Yep. And it will never slip. Absolutely. And that's in any relationship. Like, you know, parental...
Like I always when anybody asks me so what were wrong in your marriage? Listen, I always ignore. I got married too young. I got married too young. Same. And I was immature. I was very immature where she felt like she had another kid, and that's that's where you said earlier that you don't want to come into a relationship where you're taking care of somebody like if you're a grown ass adult. Child. So for me, I acknowledged that, and that was my wrongdoing. You know,
we all do things.
We all do things, but it's the learning experiences and it's the life lessons of what you are learning about yourself, and what are you going to do different in your next relationship and not do the same thing. So that's a big thing. That's a real big thing. You know.
You know what? I just wanted to answer because I don't think that we ever really answered the question about when the other person doesn't accept it.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. It just popped into my head. I didn't want to like leave it unanswered. I think we started answering it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say that as a person, right, you need to understand that if the other person isn't understanding you, it may either take time, right, or that person may need to grow, and that person just may not be for you, right? And that you.
I think that's a hard thing for some people.
That's a hard
sure.
to
Nobody
accept.
wants to be alone.
A hard thing for somebody to accept.
Yeah, but I don't think that it always has to be that way. I really don't. Like, I think that you guys can learn and grow together. You can heal together. You can, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be times when that person, they're going to yell. And then you have to think in me in this situation, if my person is upset enough to be yelling and that shit, like, don't fucking yell at me. But also I need to be like, they're that upset. Okay. We either need to take a minute, step back, or I need to understand what has gotten this person so upset. Why do they feel so unheard that they are now feeling the need to yell? Mm-hmm. But that takes me, right? That doesn't take them fixing their voice. Like, yes, in my emotions, I'm going to want to be like, don't fucking yell at me, right? But if I'm being honest and I want this relationship.
Like
yeah, you like that or what? Don't fucking yell at me, okay? But when I come back and if I want this relationship to work, I need to not react that way. I need to be like, yo, what is it that is not being communicated here? What is it that you don't feel understood, that you feel the need to be yelling at me? And most people, a lot of people don't have that, right? And emotions are going to get into the way. But if you could separate yourself, I think if you care about the relationship, any relationship, you need to separate yourself from the emotions and bring logic into the picture. That is something that I am very aware of because I'm such an emotional person.
Yes.
I'm emotional. I'm so emotional.
And there's a lot of people that are emotional.
Because I know I'm emotional, I make an extra effort to separate my emotions from my logic.
Exactly.
There's times like I've just had this situation where I was like, yo, I'm sensitive. I'm mad right now. And it's like, I don't even fucking know why I'm mad. Like, just fucking let me be mad. Like, I'm being sensitive right now.
Yeah, let me be me.
But what I do in that situation, I step away from the situation. I step away from the person. I'm like, why? Because why am I being nasty to the person? They didn't fucking do anything. I'm just being sensitive. I wait until my fucking brain catches up to my emotions, and then I come back into the situation. That's something I have learned to do.
And a lot of people
aren't there yet, though.
There's places that I'm not. Like, I'm not in places where other people are great at. You know what I mean? So everybody has their...
We ain't solved nothing today.
No. I
So,
don't think
in a
nothing's ever going to be
relationship, communication
solved.
is always key, no matter what the circumstances.
That's the bottom line, you guys. Communicate with your partners if you actually care about that relationship, regardless if it was a partner or not. Communicate.
And be
Some
honest.
people are too stubborn to grow.
And that is definitely true.
Be okay with knowing that you're not compatible.
Correct. I love that.
I think, and that's one thing that I'll admit too. Is
don't come with me, Rocco, because men are very emotional and y'all don't know how to fucking handle that shit either. So emotions are not a gender, okay? Emotions, everybody has emotions. Let's do it.
Everybody has emotions.
I think one thing is that we always try to men too. We try and fix it, even though sometimes
yes,
it's
we do.
inevitable, and so we hold on for way too long.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well,
and then it's too late.
It is too late, but then they just kind of give up. I'm not saying this is my situation. I'm just saying some men, they just give up and then just put up with the bullshit because this is just what they're just used to.
Exactly.
Which is sad.
So have those conversations, even if it's a tough conversation. And if your partner is difficult to communicate with, maybe try and find a mediator.
Right.
If they are apprehensive about finding a
Correct. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people in relationships don't hold themselves accountable either.
And that's
what takes a mediator as well.
That's what you have to do.
But
man.
you have to
take
be able
accountable
to
to your own actions.
Mediator, because you can have a mediator and still not.
And can I tell you a quick story before we get out of here?
Yeah.
So I know some psychiatrists, right? Women psychiatrists, right? And this is not a knock on women. I'm just saying what they told me, right? So there are couples therapists, right? So they have a lot of couples come in, and when let me go to the end and then I'll rewind it. Right. So she said that women are really difficult to have therapy for in relationship counseling, right? So this is what happens, right? So the couple comes in, they have a relationship issue, right? And they're perfectly fine with going over the man's problems. Like, he's not doing this or this isn't happening. But then the second they flip the script and go based off of her things, the man is not being heard. Yeah. He's being cut off. Yeah. And then when after the sessions happen, the woman gets defensive and then doesn't want to visit the therapist anymore because they think that they're on his side. Right. And so they stop going. Yeah. And so that's what she told me. This is very prevalent in relationships. So this is what I'm saying this because of the accountability.
Yeah.
Women,
that's crazy.
I'm not saying women in general, just some women.
Yeah, no. But if it's a trend that she's seeing.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I thought about that. I'm like, damn, that is really tough, and this reminds me of how social media is destroying because everybody is just so used to validation. Correct. So when you hear something that's against what everybody else is telling you, automatically get defensive.
Everybody wants
social media has made it where everything is acceptable though, because I literally today just saw a post that had 35,000 likes. 35,000. So when people say there's a lot of fish in the sea, I don't like most of those fish. Let me be real clear. 35,000 people liked this video. And it was just this chick. She's like, when my guy is calling me, trying to find out where I'm at, when you got my location, you know I'm with your competition. And the thing was like, it says when you're out cheating and you got your location on because like you're bold or something. I don't know. Like, and I was like, this is like, was this supposed to be funny? Was this supposed to be like...
That's crazy.
But you think it's crazy. 35,000 people thought it was funny. And they were like, yeah, I'm going to keep my fucking... Like, I read through the comments a little bit because I was a little confused. I was like, am I stupid or am I stupid, right? Like, I mean, you would hope not, but...
That's wild.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Mediators are never biased. They always pick a side. You mean they're never not biased?
Yeah, that's
okay. Because I'm saying if they're biased, that means that they pick a side.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy. So before we go, I had
no one wants to be wrong. No, I
that's
don't.
Not
that's
true.
not true.
If you want that relationship to work, I'm okay with being wrong.
I
Tell
have
me
no
because
problem.
I want to change.
But what he's saying is, there people don't want to be wrong. Like you were saying, like accountability is everything. But for what he was just saying, that I'm not wrong. What I'm saying is right.
But you could absolutely be wrong.
Exactly. So what he was implying to that people don't like to you. I don't want you to tell me that I'm wrong, but I know I'm right.
I think people want to be heard.
Yeah, I think that is absolute. I would agree with everyone wants to be heard, and not everybody understands where the other person is coming from. I think that's what it comes down to. If we can just hear each other out, if we could try to understand what that person is trying to communicate to us, right? Sometimes it's more than just what the words are saying. Maybe it's an insecurity. Maybe it's a past trauma, right?
Past trauma, insecurities.
But it doesn't mean you're right. I'm okay
know?
saying, "Yo, I was wrong. I'm not right about this."
And you're taking accountability. You're
because I care about the relationship.
You care about the relationship, and
Correct.
you learn from your past experience that take accountability for your actions. Of what
I may or may not have learned that, but right now I care about this person enough to want that. I don't give a shit if I'm wrong. I want us to be okay. So tell me how I'm wrong.
That.
Yeah.
So before we go, I had some good. I got some good news.
Oh.
Some good news that I was waiting for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
late on us.
I had so everybody knows that, and I announced it on the podcast that I was supposed to fifth heart surgery was possible coming, and doctor put me on a heart transplant list, right? So I was not to me like that did not sit well with me. That I was like, no, let me call my doctor from back home that's been dealing with me for 9 years, because this is not right.
Yeah.
So he signed off on the medical release form for him to check everything out. So 2 weeks later, I got the call. Last week, it was like Friday, I think it was, or something like that. And in his eyes, he does not agree with me getting a fifth heart surgery or being on a transplant list.
Okay.
The only thing he agreed with is medication. So I started medicine yesterday.
Okay.
I started the medicine yesterday.
What is that? Thinner?
Blood thinner medicine. So I started that yesterday.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna visit him soon, where he's gonna do a full follow-up checkup. Yeah. Like he literally FaceTimed me. He was like, "No, awesome. I don't want to. I need to see your face." And he looked at me. He was like, "You look better than what you was out here." So
let's get him on the podcast.
He's like, "Thank you, Dr. Schmidt from UConn back home from
Let's get him on the podcast."
And the way when he saw me, because he told me, yeah, he was like, you was a little heavy setted. Like I was from my height, I was like 190. But he also told me that you carried it well, that it was not a factor to you like that. Like you didn't walk around with a whole big stomach or anything like that, which I didn't. But you carried it well for your height, and I see from the past notes from your recent visit from the doctors out here, you're 177.5 now. So I'm so I basically lost almost like 13 pounds.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm trying to get down to like, you know, my goal weight is 155, but my ideal weight is 155. My goal weight is 160. So if I can, you know, do that, and he said just keep doing what you're doing, and you know, you're living your best life. You fucking look good, and when you come out here, your first stop is me, where I, you know, want to do a whole full body checkup on you and everything, because he's like, in 2 years, he said it to me, he's like, in 2 years your pacemaker has not went off in 2 years since you've been down there. So that's a great fucking
good sign.
a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
sign and a great thing. So in his mind, he's like, I don't understand where they see that you need you need another heart surgery, and then on top of that you need a heart transplant.
So do they communicate with each other?
So he communicate with them.
So I would ask them the next time you have an appointment with your Connecticut doctor, ask them what the doctors here see that he didn't see.
Yeah. It's a good question.
And that's what, and I asked him that, and he said the only thing that he agreed with was the blood thinners to have some flow, you know, have some flow going.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
So, and always other opinions is always the best.
I mean,
But
it's good to hear it.
especially if somebody's that you've been dealing with for like 9 years. I'm definitely gonna be. I'm going back to you real quick because I don't agree. I feel great myself. I fucking feel great.
Well,
I fucking feel great.
It's a good report. It's a good report.
So
Good,
you know,
man.
and
That's
I'm,
great.
and I'm happy, and I'm fucking ecstatic and happy about
Good.
that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please share.
Yeah,
keep
sorry
sharing,
about
subscribe.
the-
Listen, it's just the
delay.
It's free to subscribe. It's fucking free. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt a penny.
Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties earlier.
Yes.
So we should probably play Benny's song again because I don't know if we got cut off.
Oh, definitely. Let's do that.
Maui, do
You
you
know-
do you still have it or no?
So everybody, if you know, you guys are
We should end the show with the song.
yeah, not the whole song. It's only a snip. You crazy? They
Oh.
want the whole song. They gonna have to tune
Saturday,
in
right?
Saturday night on all platforms. Is gonna be
all
all platforms. Okay.
So introduce it again just in case if people missed out.
So if you guys missed out in the beginning, please, I'm fucking so ecstatic for this, man, and for this to be off my label, first one, you know, and more to come. Okay, so this is Benny Buttons. No pages left. Everything is left all on the table, left out on the books. This is the last one for him. His last hurrah. And I'm glad that he's been working his butt off on this. This is Goliath featuring Blaze, another artist, rapper from New York, and he's also the one that did the beats for Benny's album. So here it is, guys. Enjoy the snip 30 seconds on Saturday night. It comes out on all platforms. Goliath.
We'll see you later. Bye, guys. All right, let's hear it.
Coma. Blades, I see you. Yo. Unscrewed from the dome, a tad bit 730. You heard me, Brody, I light them early, I can never serve me. Too distinguished, but nigga get demonish on some evil shit. My cerebral on some genius serial lyricist. I'm the catalyst and adamant like Catholics in the Vatican. I take this shit seriously, you are also ran. Fuck your propaganda, I'ma spit, keep it spick and span. Got you on the ropes around the globe in my frying pan. Out of Bronx, Lebanon, born a chosen one. X is always up, Goliath stomp when I'm reppin', son. New York niggas keep it gully when it come to money, but y'all niggas be tricking like y'all the trick.